Hi guys, welcome back to Blues Fans TV. I'm joined here by Lewis. Lewis, your thoughts on today's game?
Best home performance I've seen this season by a mile. We were brilliant today. I don't know if it was a case of Everton being that poor or us being that good, but I don't want to think about it too negatively. Our home form's been poor for so long this season. I just want to enjoy it for what it was. A lot of players showed up today. I don't really think anyone had a bad game. I think maybe I'd say Alonso was a bit sloppy in the first half, but he came better in the second half. Same thing with Willian, a bit sloppy in the first half, but then he got a goal and assist in the second half. Ross Barkley as well. I don't know who the hell's possessed this guy.
I don't know what's happened to Ross Barkley. I don't know whether because it's the two Merseyside teams that he's decided to come out, but he's been playing really well. Maybe he's watched the fan cams and decided to kind of give us all a taste of our own medicine, but he's been playing really well.
Yeah, he's shutting a lot of people up, I can't lie, and he's playing with confidence.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing we wanted to see. Little things like when he's getting the ball and there's like 4 Everton players surrounding him, he's still managing to maze past all of them. Ross Barkley from at least 2-3 games before that would not be doing that. Ross Barkley, he's comfortable on the ball, the right pass as well. I think he got an assist as well in the first half too. Giroud as well.
He needs to start. He needs to start. Even if it's him and Tammy, when Tammy's fit, he needs to be starting because although, yeah, he doesn't score every game, but there's just something in the team when he's there. The fans love him, the players love him. He just needs to be there.
Here's the thing with Giroud, and I've said I understand that it's Tammy's first season for Chelsea, but I also feel like he's been overplayed a lot, and it's been overkill for him. And Giroud really should have had more game time from the start of the season. This is why his link-up is tremendous. The first half, he put about 4 balls on the plate to Willian and Pedro. Their performances were brilliant today, and they both had great individual performances, but half the reason is because Olivier Giroud was on the pitch trying to set them up with chances. Same thing for Mason Mount. They looked like a lot like the old Mason Mount we saw before. Recently, his techniques looked a little bit sloppy, but today was brilliant. And when he's fresh and when he's pressing like that, he's at his best.
And he has been under a lot of scrutiny. You know, people have said that he has been playing too much game time, that Frank Lampard kind of favours him. But I think today he played really, really well. And, you know, even he looked like he belonged to Chelsea. He didn't look like he was here because of the transfer ban. And that's the same, you know, with Reece James as well, that they're here because they're Chelsea. They're not here because, you know, we didn't have any other option.
Transfer bans forced a lot of hands when it comes to playing the youth and rotation and everything, and injuries hasn't helped. I mean, we went in. There's another shocking thing about today. We came in today with 9 injuries and produced.
And Jorginho suspended.
Yeah. Jorginho suspended as well, but we're not even noticing because Billy Gilmour's on the pitch. And I ain't even spoken about Billy Gilmour.
We need to. He 18 years old. He hasn't started for Chelsea. I think the first start may have been Liverpool. I may be wrong. I think that was his first start, or it was United in the Carabao Cup. But he, honestly, like, I'm speechless. Like, he was so good and so nice to watch. It was kind of refreshing to watch someone so young. He looked like Chelsea. I'm
going to say something. It might be a bit controversial, but Jorginho should be worried. Because Jorginho's out for the next 3 games. And realistically, if Gilmour plays like this the next 2 games, I don't see how Jorginho gets back into the team. And I don't even know I'm saying that because he's one of our players this season. And I shouldn't be letting him
good as well.
Me up like this, but bruv, the last 2 games he's got the composure of a 28-year-old.
And these are big teams, Lewis. These are against Liverpool. That's a big team. And I know Ben said that wouldn't be a Liverpool start team. I think that's a strong Liverpool team that played in the FA Cup. You know, they had Salah, they had Mane, they had Virgil van Dijk, they had Joe Gomez. That's a strong Liverpool team. Billy Gilmour handled them as if he had been playing for 10 years. He handled them like they were meant to be handled, like a Chelsea player would handle a Liverpool player. And today he handled Everton like a Chelsea player. He was so good. And but do you think that's Frank Lampard? Do you think that's him trying to prove his way into next season? What do you think it was?
It's definitely Frank Lampard. And like I said, Lampard has had some criticisms this season and he is still growing as a manager. But look at what he's had to deal with this season. Transfer ban, we've got no Eden Hazard, injuries for
and today he brought on. I mean, he started Billy, who has been moved to the first team this year. He brought on Andrew in, and I am really sorry. I do not know who the last person was that he brought on. Yeah, that's the one. But, you know, those are 2 players that haven't played this season against big teams, and they did well as well, and there's credit to them. But that was Frank Lampard taking a risk, and you know, he didn't know it was going to be 4-0 when he put them on the bench. So no one can. So you know.
I watched this thing on YouTube, man. Like,
thanks, man. Appreciate
big
that.
Respect, big love,
Safe,
man.
bro. Respect.
Lovely Birmingham accent there. Best accent in the UK.
No, the 2 youth players that came on, I mean, it was perfect time to bring them on 4-0 up in the game. First thing, personal highlight was Andrin trying to cunt the ball into the last row and Matthew Harding upper. But I think after that, he calmed down a little bit.
It's
Did the
nerves.
basics right, and when you're a young player making your debut, you just want to get the basics right, and you don't want to make a big mistake. And neither of them did.
It is nervous. I mean, even though you are 4-0 up, it is still nervous. You know, it's nerve-wracking coming on. You've got all these Chelsea fans. You've got all these people that you know are going to go home and say something about the game.
Holgate trying to kill Broho in the last couple minutes. He looked fuming today.
The Everton, they were bad, but I don't even think that's the reason Chelsea won. Chelsea won because they wanted it and they needed it, and they went and got those 3 points. And
this is something that we needed, and it was consistency. We've been calling for it for so long.
And Man United are playing in an hour or so, so if they beat City, they can move closer to us. So we needed this win.
Yeah, we need a win from Man City. I don't want to say too much shit about United because we can't even beat them this season. But hey, I'm gonna just enjoy.
Didn't get them in the FA Cup.
I want to get them in the cup, FA Cup final, but I'm going to just enjoy this game for what it is. We finally got a dominant result at home, so I'm going to take it for what it is. Up the Chelsea.